Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you wish to see in the world." These words carry a timeless truth that transcends culture, generation, and circumstance. They remind us that transformation, whether personal or global, does not begin with grand speeches or lofty promises. It begins with one person deciding to live differently. It begins with you. We often look at the world and feel overwhelmed by the chaos, injustice, and indifference that surround us. We see corruption in politics, dishonesty in business, selfishness in relationships, and cruelty in society. We shake our heads, complain, and ask, "Why doesn't someone fix this?" But Gandhi's words challenge us to look inward and ask a far more difficult question. What can I do to make it better? When Gandhi spoke these words, he wasn't delivering a slogan. He was living a philosophy. In a time when his country was torn apart by oppression and inequality, he did not wait for others to lead. He did not demand change through anger or violence. Instead, he embodied the very transformation he sought. He lived with simplicity, compassion, and integrity, showing that true power comes not from force but from moral courage. He understood that if each individual became a reflection of the values they desired in the world, then society itself would shift quietly, steadily, and irreversibly. The essence of this quote is accountability. It means taking ownership of the energy you bring into every space you enter. If you want peace, be peaceful in your actions. If you crave honesty, speak truth even when it's inconvenient. If you long for kindness, practice it toward those who least deserve it. The world is a mirror. It reflects what we project. Every time you choose empathy over judgment, patience over frustration, love over hate, you are planting seeds of change. You may not see them sprout immediately, but they will grow in ways you cannot imagine. We often underestimate the ripple effect of one good act, one honest word, one moment of courage. Think of how one candle can light another without losing its flame. The same is true of goodness. It spreads quietly, invisibly, and powerfully. Change does not demand that we fix the entire world overnight. It asks only that we begin here, now, with what we have. Gandhi's wisdom calls us to stop waiting for permission, for perfect timing, or for someone else to lead. It calls us to recognize that history is written not by the loudest voices, but by those who live with conviction in silence. To live this truth requires humility. It means understanding that the world will not change because we complain about it, but because we embody what we hope to see. It means breaking the habit of blame and stepping into responsibility. Every time you say, "That's just how the world is," you surrender your power. But when you say, "I can do something differently," you reclaim it. The small choices, how we treat a stranger, how we respond to criticism, how we spend our time, become the architecture of change. Imagine if everyone took this quote seriously. Imagine if, instead of waiting for others to be honest, we refused to lie. Instead of wishing for compassion, we practiced forgiveness. Instead of yearning for fairness, we acted with integrity. The world would not need revolutions. It would evolve through quiet, consistent goodness. Gandhi proved that one person's moral clarity can ignite a movement. You don't need wealth, fame, or influence to change the world. You need courage, discipline, and heart. So today, when you feel powerless against the world's problems, remember this: change is not a distant dream. It's a daily decision. The world you wish to see begins with the choices you make when no one is watching. It begins with how you speak, how you act, and how you love. Gandhi's message is not just a call to hope. It is a challenge to live. It asks us to become examples of the very ideals we demand from others. Be the change. Not tomorrow, not when the world is ready, but now. Because every revolution begins within a single human heart that refuses to remain the same. The moment you choose to live your values instead of just believing in them, you become a force of transformation. And when enough of us do that, The world will follow not because we asked it to, but because we showed it how.